Hey, welcome to Magnus Drones. I'm Jim. Thanks for finding my channel. Today I'm going to take you through on how to set up and fly a hyperlapse. So let's get started. When I do a hyperlapse, I like to fly uprange. And that way when the hyperlapse is finished, it's closer to me. As I fly uprange, I'm going to take the drone up to altitude. As you can see, I'm going to take it up. I think it maxes out at 393 feet. Okay, 391. And I have my strobes going. I actually have my anti-collision strobe on top, and then I have we'll call it a marker strobe on the bottom. I can see it. I can see it at night and early morning a whole lot easier. Okay, that's far enough. I'm at 2,300 feet away. I know that seems like a long ways, but with the strobes, I can see the drone just fine. At this point, I'm going to turn it into the sun. And I want to frame my shot, so I'm going to move the drone, move the camera. I'll just get the shot set up. And I can see sometimes it's a little bit hard, before sunrise. You can kind of see the glow, but I've had times where I wasn't pointed exactly at the sunrise when it came up, but we'll see. Okay, so the other thing I like to do is when the drone's in the air, I'm always recording, and I recorded the takeoff, I recorded the flight to what you see right now. So let's go ahead and turn the recording off, and then we'll tap the film strip icon. We scroll down to Hyperlapse. Let's close that window. I usually do course lock for these types of flights. We select that. Double check just to be sure that I'm pointing the drone where I want it to be. And then I'll tap the little lock to close it or lock the course. You can see it went to amber and that little icon. The next thing I want to do is make my selection 2-second intervals. And I've got plenty of battery. I usually like to make a 30-second hyperlapse video. Tap the check. And then the speed is the other thing to set. 1.1 miles an hour. Let's slow it down just a little bit. There we go, 0.7. Tap the check. And it looks like we're ready to go. I'm locked on. 2-second intervals. It'll make a 30-second video. I see it's going to take 750 shots. That'll take 25 minutes in duration. I've got plenty of battery, 90% at about 43 minutes. And I've double-checked to be sure that the sun will come up during the hyperlapse, so I double-checked to see when sunrise is. So let's go ahead and send it on its way. And at this point, we just let it work. I forgot to mention my camera settings. You can see I've got it set to Pro, exposure, negative 0.3. I like that. 1.7 f-stop. The ISO is 100 at 1/30. That's set to auto, and my white balance is set to auto. And that way, as the sun comes up, the white balance and those settings will make little adjustments. And it ends up turning out, I think, a really good video. So at this point, all we have left to do is just wait, let it finish. Keep an eye on it as it's flying. One thing I might point out, let me go ahead and switch screens real quick. You can see the green bar. You can see the dot. That's where the hyperlapse started. And then you can see the little point of the arrow point showing the progress and the direction that it's flying. And what will happen, it's out of view right now, but when it gets close, or as it gets closer to finish, that red bar, there'll be a red dot, and you'll see that all your numbers, your time is counting down, all of your picture counts are going up towards the 750 in this case. And even to the right of that, the 2S over 30S, that shows right now that it's taken enough pictures to make 2 seconds. So as it gets closer to that, it'll get to 30S. So all of that is just numbers to help you monitor the progress. Be sure I can see down I can see down too that my altitude is topped out. My distance away is decreasing, and my speed is kind of 0.4, 0.7. So I know the drone's moving. I can see it. And I apologize for my voice. It's early morning, so I'm still trying to dust off the cobwebs from an early morning. But I've got a cup of coffee. I've got a drone in flight, and we're just going to relax and watch this finish. So you can see we're under 30 seconds now, and there's that red dot showing where the finish of the hyperlapse flight's going to take place. So as the rest of this counts down the remaining seconds, we'll wait till it finishes, and then we'll see the screens that pop up showing that it's creating the video. Creating the video now. You can see the percentage over there at the red dot on the right going up, and it'll go up to 100%. And then it'll show video created successfully. So we're good to go. We now have a 30-second hyperlapse video of the sun coming up. I'm going to select video again. As I mentioned in the beginning, I always like to record my flights. Hit the record button. And then at this point, I'm going to go ahead and hit return to home. I'll just let it come back on its own. So while that's happening, let's go ahead and take a look at this 30-second hyperlapse video that I created, sun coming up. Hope you enjoy it, and hope you got something out of this video. If you've never tried a hyperlapse, go out there and get started. Make changes, do it over again. If it didn't turn out quite right, you do it enough times, and you'll get to where you're really comfortable with this. Thanks for watching.